Hello everyone, welcome to the Daily Market Podcast. Now let's see how the market have done in the Friday trade. Sensex has declined by 1.08%, settling at 80,981. Nifty has declined by 1.17%, settling at 24,717. Nifty Mid Cap 100 has closed in at 0.99% negative, while Small Cap 100 has closed in at 0.79% negative. Now let's look at the gainers and losers of Nifty 50. The gainers are Divi's Lab, HDFC Bank, Sun Pharma, Nestle, Kotak Bank and Asian Paint. While the losers are Eicher Motors, Tata Motors, JSW Steel, L&T Tech Mahindra and Adani Enterprise. Now let's look at the sector-wise performance. BSE Healthcare was the highest gainer at 0.4% positive, while the highest loser was BSE Realty at 3.56% negative, followed by BSE Metal at 3% negative and BSE Auto at 2.97% negative. Now let's look at the market bid data. 1616 stocks have advanced while 2311 stocks have declined. Now let's look at the 52-week high and low. 152 stocks have scaled 52-week high like Ajanta Pharma, Divi's Lab, GHCL Textile, IEX, PCBL and Suzlon and Zomato, while 32 stocks are trading at 52-week low like Avantel. Now let's look at the fund flow data. FII were the net seller to the tune of 3,310 while DII were the net buyers to the tune of 2,965. Now let's look at the result which are due today. Avanti Feeds, BEML, Bharti Airtel, Bharti Hexacom, BLS International, Brigade Enterprise, Century Plyboard, Deepak Nitrate, Divyani International, Motherson Sumi Wiring India, ONGC, Orient Cement, Tata Chemicals, Sirma SGS Technology, Triveni Turbines, V-Mart and VRL Logistics. Now let's look at the global cues. The global cues look very weak due to poor manufacturing data. Dow Jones closed in at a negative of 1.5%, Nasdaq closed in at a negative of 2.4% and S&P at a negative of 1.84%. US futures indicating more correction as all the indices were down between 1 to 2%. Japan dropped 5% and as yen surged to 145 to 156, denting the carry trade mode. With weak Asian cues, we expect a gap down start. Now let's look at the key result. Britannia Industries, the revenue rose 6% to 4,250, EBITDA rose 9% to 753, margins stood at 17.7%, net profit was up 11%. It has reported a positive set of number. Titan, revenue was 11.5% to 1,366, EBITDA was up 11%, margins stood at 9.4%, while the net profit was down 5% to 715 crore. It has reported a muted set of numbers, neutral reaction likely. Delivery, the revenue was up 5% to 2,172 crore, EBITDA was up 112% to 97 crore, EBITDA margin stood at 4.5%, net profit was up to 54 crore versus 68 crore on a YY basis. It has reported a positive set of numbers. MedPlus Health Services, revenue was up 16% to 1,489 crore, EBITDA was up 32% to 94 crore, EBITDA margin stood at 6.31%, net profit was up to 57% to 14 crore. It has reported a very strong set of results, positive for MedPlus Health Services. Archean Chemical Industries, revenue was down 38% to 213 crore, EBITDA was down 47% to 71 crore, EBITDA margin stood at 33.5%, net profit was down 52% to 45 crores. It has reported a negative set of numbers. Sheela Foam, revenue was up 26% to 810 crore, EBITDA was down 23% to 60 crore, net profit was up 9% to 47 crore. It has reported a decent set of results. LIC Housing, total income was up 0.5%, net profit was down 1.8% to 1300 crore. It has reported a decent set of results. Amara Raja Battery has also reported its result. It has reported a decent set of result, positive for Amara Raja Battery. Now let's look at the news. SGVN, the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs has approved the investment of 5,792 crore for 669 megawatt Lower Arjun hydroelectric project at the levelized tariff of 4.99 per unit. This remains positive for the company. Mahindra and Mahindra Financial Services. The company reported overall disbursement of 4,530 crores, up 3% on a YY basis. Business assets stood at 1.007 trillion, growing at 22% on a YY basis. Collection efficiency stood at 95% for the month of July. This remained positive for the company. Samvardhan Motherson International, the company acquired Sojitz Corp 34% stake in JV Motherson Auto Solution for 237 crore. This is even positive for the company. Mahindra and Mahindra, the company subsidiary Classic Legends executed a JV agreement with Tube Investment of India in a ratio of 50-50 to use the BSA mark in India for motorcycle and their parts and accessories manufactured by the and sold by the subsidiary. This remained positive for the company. Power Grid Corporation of India, the company emerged as a successful bidder for an interstate transmission line in Rajasthan. This remained positive for the company. HEG. The board is to consider a stock split on August 13. This remained positive for the company. Power Mech Project. The company received an order worth Rs 142 crore for the revival of Phase 2 of Meenakshi Energy in Nellore district, Andhra Pradesh. This remained positive for the company. Gland Pharma, US FDA conducted an announced inspection at the company facility for good manufacturing practices between July 25 to August 2 and concluded with 483 observations. This remained negative for the company. Now let's look at the block deals. Netwave India, Navin Lodha sold 4.1 lakh shares. Sanjay Lodha sold 8.21 lakh shares. Vivek Lodha offloaded 4.1 lakh shares. On the other hand, ICICI Prudential Mutual Fund bought 10.75 lakh shares. Citigroup Global Market Mauritius Private Limited bought 4.48 lakh shares and Societal General bought 2.73 lakh shares at a price of 2,232 per share. Now let's look at the bulk deal. Genus Power Infrastructure Nomura India Investment Fund bought 59.7 lakh shares. Banwari Lal Todi sold 40 lakh shares and Seema Todi sold 26 lakh shares. Anand Todi sold 19 lakh shares at a price of 346.52 per share. Now let's look at insider trades. Bajaj Finserv, promoter Bachraj and company bought 2.25 lakh shares on July 30. Bajaj Finserv, Arman Family Trust, Nirvan Family Trust and Sunaina Kejriwal sold 75,000 shares each on July 30. Now let's look at the corporate action. Today is the dividend date for Hercules Hoist, Alembic, Berger Paints, Britannia Industry, Chambal Fertilizer and Chemicals, Greenply Industries and Linde India. That's it for today. Thank you for listening.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.